Visible?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Full screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, first of all, let me congratulate College of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Parbhani, from Maharashtra Animal and Fishery Science University, Nagpur, for its Golden Jubilee celebrations from 1972 to I think this celebrations will be culminating in 2022. And this particular training program on statistical tools in research and data analysis is being organized by Department of Animal Genetics and Breeding. Therefore, my congratulations to the team led by Dr. N.M. Markande, Associate Dean, and then all co-chair and coordinators for the training program. This I can see, as I can see that there are 236 participants. This morning it is varying between 235 to 250 that I had been seeing, and it is a great opportunity to interact. What I have planned is not a very structured presentation for this group. My idea was to share what is available on net and for understanding. And what I have planned is I'll be sharing design resources server, sample survey resources server, statistical computing for NARS, and Krishi portal. Let me begin with statistics without other disciplines has no roots, because whatever development in the subject of statistics has taken place, that has taken place because there was a problem to be solved. And no discipline has fruits without statistics, because if your experiment or data is not collected following statistical principles, analyzed and interpreted, results are not repeatable. And if results are not repeatable, it is not science. If we remember H.G. Wells, the person who wrote the famous science fiction novel, Time Machine, in that novel he has written, statistical thinking will one day be as necessary for the efficient citizenship as the ability to read and write. And I think that time has come now, because a lot of information is being thrown on us from digital media, print media, and internet and other sources. But we are not sure that whether data has been collected following statistical principle, whether the sample size was adequate, or whether it has been analyzed following proper statistical analysis. Therefore, statistical thinking is the necessity of this information era. To substantiate this, I'll quote one example, which was published in National Dailies 9-10 years back on the front page. And there is nothing wrong with the data, which I'm going to say, but presentation problem is there. The news said that the number of persons who are walking on footpath and dying due to accidents is more than the number of persons who are walking in the middle of the road and dying due to accidents. I repeat, number of persons dying due to accidents on footpath is more than the number of persons dying due to accidents who are walking in the middle of the road. As a common man, what conclusion we should draw from this? It appears that it is safer to walk in the middle of the road, but we all know it is not. Therefore, in numbers there is no problem, but this data should have been presented. Proportion of the people walking on the footpath and dying due to accidents, and proportion of the people walking in the middle of the road and dying due to accidents. That would have made the situation clear. Therefore, it is presentation of results which is very important. And if I quote the living legend, Prince of Statistics, Professor C.R. Rao, we celebrated his 100 years on 10th September 2020. He said, statistics is not like a discipline. It's not a discipline like physics, chemistry, or biology, where we study a subject to solve problems in the same subject. We study statistics with the main aim of solving problems in other disciplines. And some other quotes from Professor C.R. Rao are, if chance is antithesis of law, then we need to discover the law of chance. And he also said, all knowledge is in the final analysis history. All sciences are in the abstract mathematics. All judgments are in the rational statistics. Therefore, that is the importance of statistics. I'll be skipping some slides and coming back to some of the quotes which Professor C.R. Rao has quoted in his keynote address. This quote is from Weiss and Indurkha on Predictive Data Mining, a Practical Guidebook, and I quote, "Statistical models are competitive with those developed by computer scientists and may overlap in concept. Classical statistics may be saddled with the timidity that it is not up to the speed of modern computers." That is what we are talking today, big data analytics and AI and other things. We view this pile of data as an asset to be learned from. The bigger the pile, the better if you have the tools to analyze it, to synthesize it, and make yourself more and more reactive. This is what was said by Brett Meyer. And if I quote International Data Corporation in 2018, they have written, "Digital transformation is not about the evolution of devices, though they will evolve. Nowadays, we talk about Internet of Things, so crowdsourcing of data and many more things. It is about the integration of intelligent data into everything that we do, and statistical thinking can do this." Or second statement they have given is, "Data-driven world will always be on, always tracking, always monitoring, always listening, and always watching, because it will be always learning." And if I quote E.O. Wilson, American biologist, twice Pulitzer Prize winner, he has said, "We are drowning in information while starving for wisdom. The world henceforth will be run by synthesizers, which we call today as data scientists, people able to put together the right information at right time, think critically about it, and make important choices wisely." If I quote former Secretary Dare and Director General Indian Council of Agriculture Research, because I belong to that family, he said, "Statistics is like a salt in food. No one recognizes its importance when it is there. Everyone feels its importance when it is not there." But I also say statistics not only is salt, it is also a sweet. It has to be taken before, after, and during the meals. Therefore, statistics as a science deals with decision-making processes under uncertainty and for the knowledge of welfare of the society. Therefore, if I have to define statistics in one word, I can say that science of drawing conclusions under uncertainty. Therefore, if you begin with any scientific investigation, we have a certain assertion or hypothesis in our mind, validity of which is examined through data generated from an experiment conducted for the purpose. Therefore, experimentation is an indispensable part of any research investigation. And the person who introduced the subject of design of experiments, the three principles of design of experiments, Professor R.A. Fisher, who worked at Rothamsted Experimental Station. And this is the cover page of the first book on design of experiments, The Design of Experiments. These are the two legendary figures. We have to understand difference between observational studies and experiments. Sometimes we take observational studies and experiment, but there is a lot of difference. To elaborate this, let me take an example, that output from each machine on a factory floor is constantly monitored by any successful manufacturing company. In particular, factory output from a particular machine is consistently of low quality. Now, what do managers do? The first thing which comes to mind, the person who is working in that machine is not efficient enough, therefore we fire the person. Okay. Second thing which comes to mind is that this machine may be at fault, therefore it should be repaired or replaced with a new machine. Third one could be that environmental factors in that particular area of the factory are not same, are not good, therefore they need replacement. But this is purely based on observation. It is not an experiment. This does not tell us the real cause of the low quality. Therefore, if I want to do this experiment, what I can do, I can rotate the operators on different machines. And if the bad output follows on the operator, with the operator, therefore operator is at fault. If the bad output follows with the machine, therefore either the machine or environmental conditions need replacement. Therefore, this becomes an experiment. Therefore, this is exactly the difference between observational studies and experiments. And experiments basically are conducted for controlling the experimental error. And this can be done either through proper designing of experiments or covariance analysis. Therefore, these experimental designs, I will not be going into concepts of those. There are three principles you must be knowing. Those three are replication, randomization, and local control. Replication is basically repetition of treatments to distinct experimental units. And basic purpose is estimation of experimental error. Randomization is basically that every experimental unit has an equal chance of receiving every other treatment following uniform distribution. And basic purpose is to ensure independence of observations. And third principle is blocking or local control, that is basically putting the like experimental units together in a group, and so that between group variability can be accounted for. Therefore, these are three principles of design of experiments, and using these three principles of design of experiments, there are a lot of designs available in literature, and those designs have helped in generation of agricultural technologies, navigating from varietal trials to varieties, development of package of practices, obtaining optimum conditions that optimize the response, and then transforming the varieties into enhanced crop production, identifying optimum crop sequences, optimum dosage of inputs as fertilizers, pesticides, etc. Then identification of resource conservation technology, improvement of animal fish species, chemical drugs for plant and animal health, animal nutrition, and so on and so forth. I can go on counting on that. Therefore, a lot of contributions are there in statistics and synthesis of research in statistical sciences that has enabled improving the quality of research, but problems are complex. Application of statistical sciences to other sciences are non-trivial, and it is Herculean task to reach to researchers in every field of agriculture sciences for disseminating the research in statistics for innovative applications in agricultural sciences. Therefore, this calls for a strong initiative to strengthen e-learning and e-advisory services so as to benefit the agricultural system research in the country. Therefore, several efforts have been made at Indian Agricultural Statistics Research Institute. I come from this institute. This is a unique institute across the globe where statistics is a major discipline, and where 121 scientists of statistics and informatics work to solve the problems of agricultural sciences. And we also are involved in human resource development, particularly MSc and PhD programs in agricultural statistics, computer application, and bioinformatics, and also conducting several customized training programs for different stakeholders, including FAO and several other countries. Among many web resources developed at ISRI, two prominent ones are Design Resources Server and Sample Survey Resources Server, and we can see them at isri.icr.gov.in. Therefore, let me begin with the Experimental Design Resources Server. You can look for it at drs.icr.gov.in. It is an online learning, dissemination, and e-advisory resource. And let me quote Professor M.S. Swaminathan. I think all of us are aware about the contribution of Professor M.S. Swaminathan as far as food security in the country is concerned. And he said, it is the effective use of tools of statistical design of experiments that paved the way for green revolution. We may not agree. We may say that it is non-intent, high input intensive, and dwarf varieties of wheat and rice, which paved the way for green revolution. But how those package of practices, how that gene, and how those varieties were identified, those were identified by properly designing the experiments. Therefore, the role of statistical design of experiments is of utmost importance in every sphere. Therefore, Design Resources Server, as I said, is an e-advisory and e-learning resource. It is an open access since 2005, when people were not talking about open access. We started with this as an international public good. When I say international public good, no user ID, no password, no license fee, nothing is required. You just have to have an internet connection with the browser, and whatever is available, you can browse through without any restrictions. We have more than 2 lakh views from 800 cities of 108 countries across 6 continents. It is a copyright of ICR, which we got in 2013. The aim is to popularize and disseminate research in design of experiments among scientists of Indian race in particular, and researchers all over the globe in general. An initiative was taken to create Design Resources Server in 2005, and it is hosted at ISRI. It is open to everyone from all over the globe, and anyone can join this and add information to the site to strengthen it further with the permission of the developers. Our goal is to help experimenters in agricultural, biological, and social sciences industry in planning and designing their experiments, and then to analyze the data generated, and also for the statisticians to spread advances in theoretical, analytical, and applicational aspects of design of experiments among mathematicians and statisticians, both in academia and also involved in advisory and consultancy services. We also have a discussion board for sharing any useful piece of research or idea with any other scientists across the globe. We have 2 electronic books, Design and Analysis of Agricultural Experiments and Advances in Data Analytical Techniques. Of course, today's standard, I don't say that those are electronic books, but 2005 standards, those are electronic books. Today, I can say that they are online learning material where lectures from different experts have been compiled together in the form of PDF files, which anybody can download at any time and read at leisure. Exposition to software packages useful in statistical analysis of data, followed by statistical principles on various topics, and their real life applications are available. Mainly 2 softwares have been described here, SAS and SPSS, and real life examples have been given. And these examples can very well be used for classroom teaching and understanding the concept. Catalog of designs useful for various experimental statings and bibliography are other important highlights of the server. We also provide links to other sites that are supposedly useful to statisticians as well as the experimenters. It has a provision of generating online basic designs, randomized layout of completely randomized design, randomized complete block designs for both single factor and multi-factor experiments, Latin scale designs for single factor experiments, augmented designs, scale lattice designs, alpha designs, incomplete block design for making all possible pairwise treatment comparisons, balanced treatment in complete block design, which are useful for designs experiments requiring comparing several test treatments with control, designs for bioassays, supersaturated designs for constant resources, block designs with factorial treatment structure, row column designs for factorial experiments in 2 rows, mutually orthogonal Latin squares, Hadamard matrices, orthogonal arrays, designs for experimental mixtures, response surface designs, and so on and so forth. There is a facility of ask a question. If anybody asks a question, an email gets generated. It comes to the developers, and we try to answer the question if you know the answer. We don't claim that we know the answer of all the questions. We consult our colleagues' books and then try to answer. And sometimes it becomes a win-win situation that we get a question on which require research in statistics, and that is deliberated on research fund. It is a matter of fact, a mobile library on design of experiments is dynamic in nature, and new editions are posted on it from time to time. Ultimate objective of this server is to provide e-advisory and e-learning services. Whole material, I think, let me stop this and share the actual resource so that you can appreciate that. This is the resource. This is a resource which we have, and we can see that on the left hand side we have major two groups, useful for experimenters and useful for statisticians. There is no bar. Statisticians can see this group and experimenters can see this group, but direct applications we have put under this group, and some more knowledge of statistics required, those we have put here. And we have other useful links, as I said, discussion board, ask a question, then list of questions asked so far, who is where in design of experiments. We have given their ID with their acceptance. These are important links which can be useful. These are books on design of experiments, more than 300 books. Listing is given here. This is the feedback which we receive from the users and we put it here. If you use it, this is how you can quote this in your references. But let me go to e-learning. You can see that once I click on e-learning, there are two electronic books, electronic book 1 and 2. If I click on second, it gives me advances in data analytical techniques. There are 6 modules. Module 1 is computer usage and statistical software packages. Module 2 is basic statistical techniques, diagnostics and remedial measures, and application of multivariate techniques. Modeling and forecasting techniques, other useful techniques. Let me click on other use. Now it has lectures, MS Excel statistical procedures. It has SAS and overview. It has SPSS and overview. SPBD, this is for block design. We have developed, this is software. Statistical package for factorial designs. This is statistical package for augmented designs, statistical package for agriculture research, SysStat, Minitab, and ASRAM. Therefore, all this you can see here. You can download them. These are PDF files you can download and use them. Then in this case, you have descriptive statistics and exploratory data analysis, probability sampling distributions, estimation of parameters, testing of hypothesis, test of significance, correlation, regression, concepts and application of linear models, analysis of variance, fundamentals of design of experiments, which I request each one of you to read at least first 20 pages, incomplete block designs, raw column designs. Here I can share that it has more than 15,000 reads from ResearchGate. Multiple comparison procedures, nested block designs, block design in nested rows and columns, and so on and so forth. You can see fundamental of survey sampling, sampling in field experiments, optimal control sampling, variance estimation. In module 3, you have diagnostics and remedial measures. Assumptions are not satisfied. Then you have regression diagnostics, how to do those regression diagnostics. Dr. Vora was explaining them very nicely while dealing with the residuals in regression, outliers in designed experiments, non-parametric tests, robust regression. In module 4, you have multivariate analytical techniques and overview, all techniques which are being discussed, totaling t-square. You have then you have multivariate analysis of variance. Then you have PCA. Then you have your canonical correlation, discriminant analysis, and cluster analysis. These all are there. Details on cluster analysis, canonical correlation analysis. In module 5, you have non-statistical models and their applications, time series analysis, fuzzy regression, forecasting techniques, ANN. And in module 6, you have general topics, variance component estimation, particularly very useful for the researchers in animal sciences, stability of crop varieties, biplot graphic display, then bioassays, again, very important for animal sciences, logit and probit analysis, some statistical techniques for bioefficacy trials, bioinformatics, designs for microarray, DNA fingerprinting, nanotechnology, the buzzword today, statistical techniques for spatial data analysis, remote sensing and GIS, geoinformatics, precision farming, data warehousing, and data mining. Therefore, all data, descriptive statistics till data mining, almost you have lecture notes on almost every topic. In electronic book 1 is more detailed on design of experience, therefore you can browse through it. And then you have online design generation 1, where you can generate basic designs. And if I have to generate a randomized complete block design, I have to define number of treatments, say 8, say 3, and I can generate a CSV file. And if I click on generate, you can see randomized layout has been generated along with outline analysis of variance. And this, every time I will click on generate, it will be a different randomized layout, because it is linked seed is linked with the clock speed of the computer on 100th second. And if I click on this data sheet, field book is generated. It gives you block number, experimental unit number, treatment number. Now, whatever character you observe, those are you can fill in, and your data sheet is ready for the analysis. Therefore, this you can do. Similarly, you can get CRD. Say I have 5 treatments, and we can have different replications. Say first treatment is replicated twice, third treatment twice, second treatment is replicated thrice, third is also replicated thrice, fourth and fifth are replicated 4 times. And if I generate, it gives me randomized layout along with outline of analysis of variance. Similarly, I can generate factorial RBD. Say I have 2 factors, say each at 3 levels, and I want to have a number of blocks or replication as 2. Therefore, I uncheck this level of treatments factors, not interlevel of separated by commas. Okay, 3, generate. Now, this is the randomized layout is generated along with outline of analysis of variance. And similarly, we can see this data sheet. You can see block number, experimental unit number, treatment number, factors, and factor 1, factor 2, and similarly data sheet is generated. Similarly, you have augmented designs, which are useful for particularly germplasm evaluation trials. You can go through it. I will not be spending much time on this. Then resolvable block design, particularly alpha designs, which are very useful for reducing the error variance. And if I go to catalog, we have provided a catalog of 6 to 150 treatments. And say if I want to click on anyone, say if I want to have an experiment for say 40 treatments, therefore I can write 40 here. Therefore all designs with 40 treatments are given, and I can afford a block size of say 10, and I can have only 3 replications. Therefore I click here, the randomized layout of design is generated. I can go and put the experiment and then analyze the data. Therefore, this way I can generate lot many designs. And if I click on this analysis of data, these are the examples which I was discussing about. If I click on descriptive statistics, this is a real life example. One can download this MX Excel data file. These are the questions to be answered. If I have SAS, these are the steps to be taken. I can download the SAS data file. All code will come there. I can change data and variables and run it for myself. For SPSS, all steps have been shown very critically for each step. Therefore, for every this analysis, all these steps have been shown, and this can be used for classroom teaching as well as research purposes. Similarly, for test of significance, you have correlation and regression analysis, how to answer the questions using SAS, how to answer the questions using SPSS, everything is given. You have CRD, RBD, Latin square, resolvable, Latin square, factorial, partial confounded designs, factorial exponential extra treatment, split plot, strip plot, response surface designs, crossover designs, analysis of covariance, diagnostics, remedial measures, PCA. You have for PCA, you have for cluster analysis, you have for nonlinear models. Therefore, almost all common statistical analysis, you have the SAS and SPSS steps written along with Excel file. Therefore, this is one part which you can do. Then nowadays, we have started with developing modules on Grape, R software, where we are generating the designs. R is a free open source software which can be used. I will not be spending much time on this. Then these are for statisticians, say design for bioassays, which are very useful for getting the relative percentage of stimulus. We have parallel line assays, slope ratio assays, bibliography, and all these things are available. You can go through. Then we have response surface designs. We can generate their catalog where they are useful. Everything is described here. You can go through this response surface methodologies, designs. Then you have mixture experiments. These are again useful. All experimental situations are described. Bibliography is given. Experimental situations are given where these can be useful. Then you have online design generation 1, 2, where you can develop efficient row column designs in 2 rows. You can have incomplete split plot designs. You can have incomplete plot design and many more. These are workshop proceedings in which I would like everyone to go through design analysis of on-farm experiments. Then you have designs for bioassays, only 4 pages each one. Outliers in design experiments, they can be very useful. And finally, I have said that it's a copyright of ICR. And finally, a disclaimer that all information care has been taken that information provided is correct. But if something wrong happens with the use, the ICR, ISRI, or the people associated with the development should not be held responsible. A standard disclaimer, which you can say legal disclaimer. Going back to the slides. This we have already gone through, therefore I can skip on this. This also had a link under Wikipedia. This also have a link under CG Online. CG is Consultative Group of Agriculture Research, online learning resources. This has also been quoted by SAS people. Then these 3 or 4 bulletins, I would like that every one of you download and read. First is statistical analysis of agricultural experiments, part 1. This is for single factor experiments. Here, SAS, SPSS, and R has been used extensively with real life examples, analysis and interpretation of data. And this is available on Krishi portal, which is krishi.icr.gov.in/JSPUI/handle 132456789. And the handle number here is 723. Significance of experimental design in agriculture research. This is a pocket book. around 36 pages, only stories of applications of design of experiments in agriculture research. This ID is 5045. You can download and read it. Design resources server, which I have explained, there is a bulletin on this with number 5281, which you can download and read. Indian NARS Statistical Computing Portal, which I will be discussing in next time, in time ahead, it is 5089, you can see it. Now, sample survey resources server is another for sampling techniques. This is hosted at sample.isri.res.in sample. Again, the goal is on propagating research in sample survey, including designing a survey, estimation procedures with support of online software for computing purposes, analysis of survey data, e-learning. It is useful to surveyors in agricultural sciences, biological sciences, social sciences, industry, and in statistical organizations in the center and the states in planning and designing surveys, and then in analyzing the complex survey data generated. It has electronic books on theory of sample surveys, as I have shown on design resources server, and survey data analysis techniques with the emphasis on agriculture, e-material content on various topics on sample theory, then list of books on sampling techniques, bibliography on important topics, and more importantly, it has a glossary that provides in definitions of some commonly used terms in sampling theory. And also history of statistics on timeline is given on this resource. This also gives, because always a question while designing a sample survey is what should be the sample size. This also provides online calculator for sample size determination for population mean, when the interest is in estimating the population mean, and using sampling design, simple random sampling without replacement or with replacement for the two situations, when population coefficient of variation is unknown and values of preliminary sample are used for estimation of coefficient of variation, and when population coefficient of variation is known, and for population proportion when population coefficient of variation is unknown. Nowadays, another area which is very important is small area estimation for policy planning purposes, because almost all the surveys are conducted to get a precise estimate either at state level or district level. But for policy planning purposes today, we need estimates for at block level, tehsil level, or village level. Therefore, those cannot, these estimates cannot be obtained from the survey which has been designed for getting estimates at a bigger area like district or state. Therefore, in these kind of situations, there is another methodology which has come up. It's small area estimation methodology, which can be useful for estimating this. Therefore, all theory related to small area estimation methodology is also given here. Therefore, this is, again, let me stop share this and share the sample survey resources server with you. This is the sample survey resources server. Here you can see that you have e-learning material, and somehow there is some problem with the server, might not be working at this time present. Okay, I'll check on that, but you can see these details on this server. Then going back to the slides, this is another, because this college belongs to part of National Agriculture Research System. And if you remember, and the university is also a partner to this initiative, that high-end statistical computing package SAS and JMP has been provided to the university. And this college, I'm sure that would be utilizing those services under the NAP consortium on strengthening statistical computing for NARS, a platform for statistical computing. And it is available on, I'm sorry that this URL is wrong, it is sscnars.icr.gov.in. And at that time, we conducted a lot of training programs which were attended by more than 200 researchers, and our Director General ICR at that website, it is a silent revolution in capacity building. And as part of this initiative, we have developed the Indian NARS service statistical computing portal, which provides service-oriented computing, a paradigm of computing techniques that operate on software as a service. Then web-based, it is web access through IP authentication. That is, you are working with the LAN of your institute or college, you can access this. No need of installation of statistical package at client side. 24 different analysis modules can be done online by uploading the Excel, XLSX, CSV or text file, and results can be obtained in PDF or RTF file. These 24 analysis can be performed using this software. These are descriptive statistics, univariate distribution fitting, test of significance based on T, chi-square, correlation, regression analysis. Almost every design of experiments, CRD, block designs, both complete and incomplete, combined block design, augmented block design, resolvable block design, nested block design, row column design, crossover design, very useful for animal sciences, split plot design, split plot design, split factorial, one factor in main and two factor in sub, then two factor in main and two factor in sub, strip plot design, response surface designs, multivariate analysis, both PCA and linear descriptive analysis for statistical genetics, because this is training being organized by Department of Animal Genetics and Breeding, therefore estimation of heritability from half-SIP data, which you can do using this. And we have, I can say that on this portal, we have more than 230 logged on users per day. Therefore, this you can see and utilize. And if I again show you this software, I will not be able to show today because I'm working from my home and IP authentication from my home is not there, but I would be showing you the resources which are available. You can see that this is the resource sscnars.icr.gov.in, and here if I go to reference manuals and if I click on data analysis using SAS, you can see that we have lecture notes on SAS for statistical procedures, SAS dataset, learning simple macros, regression diagnostics, time series analysis, fitting of nonlinear sample statistical models, repeated measures, genetics, macros for genetic analysis, design resources server, enterprise guide, JMP genomics, E-minor, non-parametric test using SAS, G into E interactions, PowerPoint presentations, JMP, PowerPoint presentation on R, IML Studio, macros, SAS, learning mechanism, and then you have enterprise guide, technical analytical support. Therefore, almost every topic you have on enterprise guide, JMP genomics, data mining using SAS. If you're interested, the detailed SAS E-minor, pre-processing, ANN, classification using E-minor, clustering using SAS E-minor, association rule mining, self-organizing maps, research issuing, data mining, data series, enterprise miner. Therefore, all things are available on the click of a mouse. Similarly, for genetics and genomic data analysis, social sciences, someone were interested in social sciences research, Tobit analysis, logistic regression, multinomial and ordinal logic models, restrictions in regression models, time series, advanced forecasting, crop forecasting, multivariate techniques using SAS, same lecture note, only commands now are using SAS, multidimensional scaling, demand models, spatial market integration, econometric analysis, partial equilibrium model, jackknifing, bootstrapping, economic time series, GARCH, time series, structural time series, fuzzy regression, functional coefficient regression, and co-integration. Therefore, almost every topic you have lecture notes. You also have on R and R Studio all lecture notes, how to download, from where to download, how to start using R overview and descriptive statistics, graph and charts using R, correlation regression, non-parametric test, multivariate analysis using R, growth models, time series analysis, survey data analysis, and a complete for R Studio. Data, code, what is to be written for almost all the statistical analysis which are commonly used has been given here. And if you click on this Indian R Statistical Computing Portal and you are working with the LAN, then you can make use of this resource. Going back again to the PowerPoint presentation. We are working on it further for because you would be participants would be working through many information systems. We are developing prototypes for all India coordinated research projects, which is a very good network for the National Agriculture Research and Education System for developing varieties and technologies and methodologies. Then coming last, which is a very good resource which can be made use of, is Krishi, ICR Research Data Repository for Knowledge Management. It is hosted at krishi.icr.gov.in. It is Agricultural Knowledge Resources and Information System Hub for Innovations. And it has 6 repositories: experimental data repository, survey data repository, observation data repository. These are unit level data repository, and then outputs are publication repository, technology repository, and GeoPortal for georeference data. For data storage, the principle of FAIR has been followed. That is, data should be findable, it should be accessible, it should be interoperable, and it should be reusable. I will not be going into much detail on this, but coming straight, what is available, link of online resources of NARS, more than 350 ICT applications are available through single window access. We have more than 4 lakh page views across 650 cities of 110 countries, more than 50,000 publications completely downloadable, and 750 data sets from 107 institute. We have 1.8 million downloads and 2.1 million views across those fetched by users. This repository is being indexed in Google Scholar, Biofield Academic Search Engine, directed of Open Access Repository. Then we have Interportal Harvester, where we are harvesting the metadata for all open access publication repositories. And we have more than 6 lakh metadata records for unified search from 36 repositories. Technology developed by ICAR institutes, which are for the stakeholders. More than 1570 technologies are available. ICAR Technology mobile app is also available, which you can download. More than 2,475 videos of different technologies and different lectures from ICAR institutes are available. Then different mobile apps are available on this resource. You can see those. Then we are developing, then on GeoPortal, we have more than 100 layers from 15 themes. We have points of crop residue burning for all India from June 1, 2019 onwards. Then we have many more things, and we have also a dashboard. Therefore, let me go back to the dashboard first. Therefore, this was the, therefore, if I click on dashboard, it will take some time. Let it come. Now you can see that 52,794 publications, 765 data inventory, 1570 technologies, 2475 videos, audios, mobile apps are available. Say, let me click on publications, and if I see the publications from any institute, say, let me take ISRI, there are 738 publications are available. And if I search the book which I was referring to, Statistical Analysis, of Agricultural Experiments Part 1. Therefore, complete details of this is available. You can download this book. You can see its statistics of download. Already there are more than 25,343 downloads are there, and it is being widely used. Therefore, you can search for this resource here. And then similarly, if you want to search anything, you can search. You can search for data inventory. You can search for technology. You can search for videos. Say, let me take videos from my SRI, and day before yesterday, we had a lecture on data analytics. Okay, it may not be available here, but research data management is available. What this resource is, you can see this. Therefore, this all things are available.
Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR, with more than 110 research institutes, 700 plus KVKs, is the custodian of knowledge in agriculture and allied sciences. ICAR released its research data management guidelines in 2014 to encourage data sharing and open access amongst research communities and others.
This all things you can see very well.
KrishiPortal, with its 6 repositories, were created. The experimental, observational, and survey data repository forms the backbone of the outputs of publications and technologies. ICAR research data management is based on the FAIR principle.
Therefore, this is what I wanted to share with you on this aspect, and then again sharing with you the corporate presentation.
Data is being shared with the use of web services.
You can see in lighter vein, I would like to stop here by saying that statistics is never wrong. For example, the weatherman says that there is a chance, 80% chance of rain. If it rains, the 80% chance came up. If it does not, the 20% chance came up. And finally, top 10 regions to become a statistician. deviation is considered as normal. Nobody wants deviation. But in statistics, we talk about several deviations, mean deviation, standard deviation, and whatnot. We feel complete and sufficient. These are two properties of point estimators. We are mean lovers. Mean I have put in double quotes and leave you to interpret. Statisticians do it discretely and continuously because we can handle both discrete as well as continuous random variables. We are right 95% of the time. We can legally comment on someone's posterior distribution. We may not be normal, but we are transformable. We never have to say that we are certain. We are only, because level of significance is attached everywhere, and we may not be normal. You know that whenever data does not follow a normal distribution, we apply variance stabilizing transformation, and we can legally comment on someone's posterior distribution using Bayesian inference. And we are honestly significantly different, and no one wants our jobs. And a MSc student rightly defines statistics as strengthening technological advancement through implementing systematic techniques in contemporary sciences. With here, I stop and take for questions. And I would like to thank once again for patient hearing for all the participants and the organizers for providing this opportunity. We can take some questions.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Syed.
Yes, sir. Participants, if you are having any specific query regarding this design resource server, kindly ask. Dr. Rajendra Prasad sir is here.
Let me begin with a question in the chat box. When to use a block design in data analysis? Let's first be clear that data analysis and designing of experiments are intertwined. Analysis has to be performed the way experiment was designed, and experiment has to be designed depending on the variability in the experimental units. Now, when your experimental units are not homogeneous and there is one source of variation among the experimental units, therefore, using the levels of that source, I can group the experimental units in such a way that experimental units within a group are homogeneous and between groups they are heterogeneous. In that situation, I can make use of block designs and followed by, once the data is generated, followed by data analysis. I hope I am clear on that question.
So there is one question that among SPSS and SAS, which one is more acceptable software?
Oh, this is a difficult question to answer. Basically, it is what is important is knowledge of statistical techniques. Importance is what statistical hypothesis we are testing. Now, in any test of significance, there are 6 steps. We know we have to define the null hypothesis, we have to define the alternative hypothesis, we have to choose the level of significance, appropriate test statistic, then we have to compute the value of test statistics and finally interpret the results. Out of these 6 steps, the software comes only in 1 step. Therefore, software is only to avoid drudgery of our computations. This is avoid drudgery of computation. This is not a replacement of statistics or statisticians. If we are using a software without proper knowledge of statistics or proper consultancy with a statistician or advisory from a statistician, we are taking a medicine from a pharmacist rather than consulting a doctor, and we all know the hazards. Therefore, that has to be clearly understood. Now, coming back to the question that which software is more acceptable. Yes, there are a lot amount of softwares available in the market. Among the proprietary software, SAS, SPSS, Minitab, SysStat, and many more. And among the open source and proprietary software are, and then there is OpenStat, and then we have Grapes. There are several other software which are available. What is important is that whatever analysis we want to perform, that software should be able to do it. And we should be comfortable with that. In pharmaceutical industry, particularly SAS is more acceptable, but is more versatile because it includes almost every kind of solutions for almost every kind of analysis. Similarly, nowadays, if you have a knowledge of coding and you have knowledge of good amount of statistics, R can be used. SPSS is totally a menu-driven software mostly, and it can be used for the analysis which is available there. But if you want me a recommendation, which one should be used, I will not be giving you a recommendation as such. You identify the software based on the need of the statistical analysis which we want to perform and see that those are correct results and precise results. And we need to check the output. In many of the softwares, if you do an analysis and sometime probability level of significance is shown as 0.0000, and we know that probability can never be zero. Therefore, if any software is displaying the result like this, then while presenting your results, present the results, probability is less than 0.0001. That is a better way of presentation rather than presenting the results obtained from the software as such. Right?
Sir, one more question is there, sir.
Yeah.
Just a way to analyze data generated from a randomized controlled clinical trial.
Okay, randomized controlled clinical trial is mostly we have to see that whether grouping of the experimental units has been done or not. If it has been done grouping, then we have to use both concepts of sample survey as well as block design. Otherwise, CRD one-way analysis of variance and analysis of sample survey estimators can be used for these trials. Normally, literature on this is available with RCT, named RCT, randomized control trials.
So Mr. Vijay is asking, any subject experts can we contribute our works or tools for resource server?
Yes, it can be, but with the permission of the developers, you can share with the developers. If it is relevant and correct, it can be shared there, and it will be with your name of the developer.
Okay, thank you.
It should fit into the broad objective. Otherwise, you can upload in Krishi portal if you are from ICAR institutes.
Okay, thank you, sir.